Welcome back again to this next part of the video where we animate all the saves that we have added on the last video. So here, this is what we did in the previous video, and today we're going to look at how to animate everything. So let's get started. So the first thing is to zoom out from here. So to zoom out, put your mouse somewhere here and you can see the zoom out here. And then we want to move the text to somewhere here. So we can do that. We have to add the transform effects. So let's go to the effects panel, and I already saved them in my favorites here. So I just go here. If you don't know how to do that, simply select effects here and do a right click and add to favorites. That's how we add to our favorites. The most frequent use effects is best to put it in the favorites so you can be able to use them quickly instead of searching for them. Okay, so this is the transpose, and then we'll just apply to that. Make sure to select the text, and then here's the transform. So now we are able to do that. So let's just zoom out a little bit more and select the text again, and then grab it and put it somewhere here out of the frame of the video. And then the next thing is to move this green one down here. So let's do that, select that, and I think we already have a transform there, but we will not use the transform. We're going to add a new transform, especially for this purpose. So that's what we have now. So we can move that. And now we go to the other color clip and let's do that. Let's add a transform purposely for that. So let's just add a transform, grab it, then put it somewhere there out of the screen. And then let's go to the blue one. This is the one we have. I think that changed the color of the previous one. I did something to it and it changed the color to. And go again, select this one and do this one. So let's select this color here. That's the one we're gonna, it's a background color. So let's do that. Change something to not one of the color already on the screen, something like that. And increase a little bit of the brightness here for the color. So that's what we have now. So here's our little circle here. Now let's add transform effects to that. So here's the transform. Let's just grab this and move it out of the side like this. Okay, so now let's move our playhead to the beginning and then move in 1 or 2 frames by the arrow to your right. Select the first clip, which is the green clip, and then add a keyframe. Just drag and move in somewhere here, or if you know the frame number, you can type it down. Add a new keyframe and the position X and Y. Make sure to change this both to 0 so you have it in place, the same position again. And now let's select the red clip, which is the one coming down here. Add a keyframe and then just move in something like this. Add another keyframe and then change both the position to 0. And this is what we have for the 2 saves. So here are the animation of the 2 saves. Okay, one is faster than the other, so you can always adjust it. You can select the one and move the keyframe a little bit out of like this so that both of them come in slowly. And you know that you have this little keyframe interpolation here, so you can change that to smooth. All this one, smooth, and then do the same for the green one as well. Now it's time for the text. So let's move out in 1 frame and then select the text clip. And this time we're going to use a new node, and that is the 3-way rotation. I haven't seen that before, but I think it was added, but I haven't used it. But this is one of the best node to use for the text animation. So before that, let's go to the transform and add the keyframe here, and then move in like this, somewhere like that. And then add another keyframe and change the value of the position both to 0. So we have our text back in. So this is how it's gonna look like now. Okay, but we want a little bit of kind of a spin text to come in here. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's select this, and then you search for this 3-way rotation, and you just put that. And here you can see rotated X, rotated Y, all this one. So what you can do, add a keyframe in the position that you did your animation. And then when moving and when the text comes to rest, make sure to select the text clip on the transform node and select that. And then you select again your three-way rotation effects here and add a keyframe. And in the X value, you see the little rotation what here? You can do that. So either you rotate in X, you rotate in Y, something like that. And here is the final. We can change this to smooth and this as well to smooth. Okay, so here's the final animation. Yeah. So you can see this little three-way rotation does a very decent work. It's a wonderful effects that you can use. Okay, so our final shape is the little circle, the blue one, the circle that will come from here and then expand from here. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to use only the crop by padding instead of the transform. So first, let's select the text and see where our last keyframe is, which is this one. Okay, so from here, we're going to add a keyframe, move from here, add another keyframe, and from the X position, we move this out into the center, which is this one. So just click and drag and you can see it moves all the way out to the center. From the center, we move the playhead a little bit here, add another keyframe, and then move it to the end of the clip, almost there, add another keyframe, and then increase the size of the width and the height. Make sure to lock this aspect ratio. Once you lock it, you will see it's become gray. So when you do that, you can see both of this seems to be increasing. So that's something like that. Don't worry. We're going to bring this one back to the center and then just increase that and increase that all the way to cover up this. And that's it. That's everything we need to do with this animation. And here's the final results. And that's all for this video, and thank you to those who have subscribed to our channel. We know many of you have been watching our video, like 90% of you, but did not subscribe. Please, if you can subscribe, this will be a big help for us to continue our journey on this channel. Thank you again, and see you back again in another video.